Today, I am so delighted to show you this amazing electric salt and pepper grinder set. A special thank you to the company for sending this one out to me so that I can showcase it to you. Today, we're gonna talk about all the things. I'll show you how it comes packaged, but more importantly, we're gonna talk about how it works. I'll show you how to load it, where the batteries go. We'll talk about how it works, all the things that I like. If there's anything that I don't like or find problematic, we're gonna talk about that too. And then we'll round off with whether or not I think it's worth it for you to check them out. Taking a look at the packaging, absolute dream here. You can see really well packaged. These are wrapped separately, the two different grinders. So it comes with the grinders. And then when you look in here, you're gonna see the base as well. So we've got the base that it's gonna rest on. And this is really just a simple piece, but why I like this is when you use a grinder, you are gonna have little pieces that occasionally fall. This is gonna catch that so you don't end up with salt and pepper all over your cabinet. Instead, it's gonna be caught in this little like dust dish. So these just slide out and can be stored right in that base. So really, really convenient. It does also come with instruction manual, and we'll go over how to fill these up with pepper and salt. And then awesomely, it comes with two of these little stiff bristled brushes, and you can see they're pretty stiff, and that's gonna allow you to clean them and clean right up in here if necessary. So let me get into the kitchen. We'll get some salt and pepper, and I'll show you how to fill them up. So let's take a look at exactly how this works. So first of all, we're gonna need 4 AAA batteries, and you're gonna need to open this. You can see right on here, it says open. I'm literally just gonna push this down, and the lid pops right off. And then, as you can see, we've got the plus minus instructions. So I'm gonna take the batteries and follow these little instruction spots on the center to see which way the batteries need to go in. When it's time to put the lid back on, there is a little arrow. So I have an arrow right here, right there, and then an arrow right here. You might not be able to see that, but I can see it. And then once I get it lined up, there's 2 little pieces that grab on and it locks back in. So now it works. Next up, we have to fill it. See how we've got this? It's gonna show us which way we turn. We're gonna turn it and it will open. All we have to do here is fill this guy up with peppercorn. All right, now I'm filled with peppercorns. I'm simply gonna find my little lock again. And again, I've got a little arrow notch. Do you see that on there? That little arrow notch is gonna go onto the unlock spot. I'm gonna twist it on and I'm good to go. So the other thing that you need to know is this little spot right here. This little thing is what you adjust. You can twist it, see how it twists? That's gonna adjust the fineness. So if I twist it as far as I can this direction and then I grind, that's the coarseness I'm getting. Let me do another one. If I twist it the other way, right, and I'm gonna go to the opposite end of my coarseness, watch what happens when I grind it now. Look how much finer it's coming out. So you can adjust that to your liking, which I really, really like. But I also like that it's down here, so I'm not accidentally adjusting it as I'm grinding. And then of course, when I'm done, it goes in here. You can already see if I lift this up that when I set that down, look, it caught, let me see if I can get it right there. See that? It caught those extra peppers. If we didn't have this silly little resting case, that would be all over the base of my cabinet counter, whatever. So I love that that exists. You can see that the salt has been collecting there too. So same thing with the salt. The other thing that you could see when I started it was that it has that light. So it's letting you see. At first I didn't really understand. And then when I was using it to cook, I realized that light allows me to see how fine it's grinding it up. So super, super convenient. Okay, so what are my final thoughts? Well, a couple things. First of all, I'm just gonna say right out the gate, I didn't find anything about these that I really didn't like. Nothing that was super problematic, nothing that I didn't like, which is huge because I'm pretty picky and I can almost always find something to complain about. So big wins. First of all, they work great. That is the most important thing with anything electrical in the kitchen is that it works well. It does use 4 AAA batteries, but there's plenty of space for it and it was easy in, easy out. I love that you have the light and that it was easy to open. And that you're not accidentally gonna open the battery case, right? That's a pop on the top. Opening this is a twist. And so I liked that. I like that the adjuster for the coarseness is here on the bottom because it means I'm not accidentally gonna mess up how coarse I have it while I'm grinding. I like that it's simply a push button to grind and that it has that light for me to see exactly what I'm grinding. I think that's really, really great. And then of course, last, but it seems silly, but it's definitely a high thing for me, is this little stand. 1, it makes it easy to make sure your salt and pepper are staying together. But 2, it's catching all those little bits that are landing that would normally end up all over my counter or cabinet that make me crazy. So it's helping me keep my kitchen tidier. So overall, This is an awesome set of electric salt and pepper grinders. I'd love for you to check it out.